Think about the last time you had to wait for something. An elevator, a microwave, a friend who was 2 minutes late. You probably reached for your phone before you even decided what you wanted to see. That's the strange part. You weren't checking anything. Your hand just moved. You probably think the problem is your phone, but the habit starts 1 second earlier. It starts when a quiet moment appears and your brain immediately looks for a way out. I noticed this in myself recently. I went to a bar alone, partly because I thought it might be nice to talk to some new people. But whenever I found myself standing there with nothing to do, I pulled out my phone. Nobody had messaged me. There was nothing important to check. Looking at the screen just felt less awkward than looking around the room. And the weird part was, my phone was helping me avoid the exact experience I had gone there for. It made me wonder what might have happened if I had left it in my pocket for just 1 minute. Maybe I would have noticed someone else standing there alone. Maybe I would have made a comment about the game on the TV. Maybe nothing would have happened. But at least I would have been available for the experience I had actually gone there to have. That's the real cost of this habit. Your phone doesn't only take your time. Sometimes it removes you from the moments where your life could actually happen. And that's what this video is really about. Not throwing your phone away, not deleting every app, and not developing the self-control of a monk who somehow also has excellent Wi-Fi. It's about catching that tiny moment before the automatic reach. And there's a simple 3-step way to practice it. Notice, wait, choose. So why does your hand keep doing this before you've even decided anything? Because you're not always reaching for your phone because there's something you want to see. You're reaching for the relief it gives you from feeling bored, awkward, restless, lonely, or temporarily unstimulated. The phone isn't the real destination. It's the emergency exit. A quiet moment appears. You feel a little discomfort. You open your phone. The discomfort disappears. And your brain learns, empty moment, escape immediately. That's the micro-escape loop. The relief arrives so quickly that the habit gets stronger without you consciously choosing it. The next time there's a pause, your hand moves a little faster. After a while, normal life starts feeling weirdly slow. Not because normal life changed, because your attention got used to constant novelty. New message, new video, new headline, new argument between two strangers who are both somehow experts in international law. Then you return to real life, where rewards don't arrive every 3 seconds. A book needs time to become interesting. A task needs time before you make progress. A conversation sometimes has pauses. Even fun usually needs your attention before it starts feeling fun. When your brain gets used to constant stimulation, slower experiences can feel empty before they get the chance to become meaningful. That's why deleting one app doesn't always solve the problem. You delete Instagram, and suddenly you're deeply invested in checking the weather 6 times a day. The app changed. The escape didn't. Now, to be fair, phones and apps are designed to make staying easy, but that still doesn't explain why you opened the phone before you knew what you wanted. That part is the habit we can actually work on. The goal isn't to resist your phone harder. It's to stay in the quiet moment long enough to decide what you actually want to do. Here's where those 3 steps come in. Notice, wait, choose. First, notice. Catch the moment your hand starts moving toward your phone automatically. You don't need to criticize yourself or announce that technology has ruined civilization. Just notice what's happening. I'm waiting. I feel awkward. I don't want to start this task. I'm uncomfortable being alone right now. Sometimes what feels like boredom is actually anxiety, avoidance, or loneliness wearing a very boring little hat. Naming the feeling creates a tiny gap between the impulse and what you do next. And that gap gives you a choice. Next, wait. Not for an hour. Start with 30 seconds. When a quiet moment appears, leave the phone where it is and let yourself feel that first wave of restlessness. It might feel much longer than 30 seconds. That's okay. The discomfort doesn't mean you urgently need stimulation. It just means your brain expected its usual escape and didn't get it. Every time you stay through that feeling, you teach yourself something new. An empty moment might be uncomfortable, but it isn't an emergency. Think of it as a boredom rep. You don't need one heroic afternoon of staring bravely into the distance. You need small repetitions. 30 seconds while you're waiting. 1 minute after arriving somewhere alone. A short walk without immediately filling your eyes and ears. Not because silence makes you a better person, because you're proving that you can experience it without automatically escaping. Then comes the final step. Choose. After the pause, ask yourself, what am I picking up my phone to do? If you have a real answer, use it. Reply to the message. Check the directions. Play the song. Call your friend. Your phone is a useful tool. The goal isn't to make using it feel like a personal failure. The goal is to know why you opened it. But when your answer is, I don't know, you probably weren't looking for anything. You were looking to leave the moment. And staying can give you something scrolling can't. You might notice someone beside you. You might finish the thought you kept interrupting. You might realize you're anxious, not bored. You might start the conversation you would have avoided. Or maybe absolutely nothing happens. That's allowed too. Not every second of your life needs to be entertaining, productive, or optimized. Boredom isn't always a problem that needs to be fixed. Sometimes it's simply the space between what you were doing and whatever comes next. And when you erase that space every time it appears, you don't only lose time, you lose chances to think, to notice, to connect, to be available for your own life. Your phone isn't evil, and you're not weak. Your brain learned that discomfort could be removed instantly. Now you can teach it that discomfort can also pass. So the next time your hand reaches for your phone before you've even decided why, don't start a battle with yourself. Notice what you're feeling. Wait through the first wave. Then choose what you actually want to do. Because the goal isn't to become someone who never uses a phone. It's to stop treating every quiet moment like something you need to escape. Your life may feel a little slower without constant stimulation, but slower doesn't mean emptier. Sometimes, slower is where your life was waiting for you to come back.